Hello everyone and welcome back to Milo Farms. Well, we're here today going to replace this battery in this key fob for a Smart Fortwo model 451. Either the remote may not be working, or you may be seeing the 9 flashes of the lights when you lock or unlock the vehicle. So the things we're going to need for this today is going to be obviously the key fob. Then what works really well is a butter knife, some sort of rounded tip knife, and then the battery, and it's a 2016 battery. So we're going to take a look at the keychain end of the remote right here, and you can see this slot. The important part is that you don't stick your tool right in the middle and pry out here in the middle where you could crack the case. You want to take your tool and put it in so you're putting the pressure at both ends. Twist it just slightly, and the two halves of the key fob will open up. It's usually going to have some kind of gross grime around the buttons and things like that, and it may come apart like this, or this rubber piece may stay attached to the front plate. It all kind of depends. But this is the inside of the key. You can see the chip here and all that stuff. There's some more devices on the back side of it, but that's what it should look like. So you can go ahead and put this back in that half for safekeeping. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the butter knife, pop this battery out, just like that. Discard that to the side. And then you can see right there the plus symbol. You want to match that up with the plus symbol on the new battery and pop that in. You want to make sure it's seated down in there, and you want to make sure that both of these little prongs are on the edge of the battery and that you haven't damaged or pushed down this upper part. That upper part is what contacts right here on the remote when you close it back up. So then we'll go ahead and snap both sides of the remote back together, and do this kind of carefully because it may fall apart on you. It's easier to do it this way because the battery is more likely to stay. Then once you get it together, flip it over, and then you can push the two halves back together, and it'll snap back together pretty easy. So now we'll take it out to the car and make sure it works. And so here we are back out at the car, and we'll go ahead and test the remote, lock it, and there you can see it flashes just the 3 times, just like it's supposed to. Sometimes I've noticed that you may have to stick the key in the ignition and start the car for it to resync with the remote and communicate, I guess, the information about the battery. I'm not sure, but usually it works just like that. Occasionally I've noticed you have to put the key in the ignition and use it once before it will flash the right amount of times. So hope that helped. Hope everybody enjoyed the video, and remember, you can't finish a project without getting started.